Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel, and it's another Friday mailbag, and just two things I kind of wanted to check in with you this week in regards to blackmail sub bitch. I think that dude that dude that I was talking to uh, y'all on the dude on niteflirt that I was the dude on niteflirt that I was talking to y'all about. He's just been there's just been some communication through chat. I think he tributed me some more, sent maybe a couple of more shitty pictures, but I just didn't want to waste my time with him. He attributed me an extremely small amount, which was $20, and then submitted pictures of himself with like this little sign about being, Mistress Pains, whatever, and that's nothing that I really asked for or wanted. I didn't even ask for it, so he just kind of did it. He called me a niteflirt, when I was available one night, and I was like, so when are you gonna send your ID? And he's like, oh, I don't know, and then he hung up. So he's a fucking loser, just a waste of time. So I also have to tell you that I haven't been on niteflirt a lot because I've been on sabbatical. I've been really busy with school, and then on the weekends, my time has just been completely consumed, working with these older people. Well, as of Tuesday, I terminated my employment with this company that I was working through, and it was pretty nasty. It's a pretty nasty deal. Um, as you may not know, I have a huge heart for our senior folks, and especially those that are living in an assisted living facility, and their care is dependent upon competent caregivers and whatever else. And while working at this place, I just saw a shitload of crap going on. I was actively involved in the firing of a cook that was drinking while on the job, and that was super stressful. There was another person there that was fired for using drugs and distributing drugs to other residents. They're in the facility, so I kind of had a hand in that. It was a more direct but passive-aggressive way that I had a direct hand in that, and I'm glad, because I feel that when you're caring for somebody, and they are very ill, or they have compromised immune systems, or they have some sort of disability that requires the assistance of other people to help them get them through their lives, those people that are assisting them should be competent. They should be sober. There's just a whole laundry list of things. They should be morally adept at being able to handle a situation or recognize when something's kind of shitty. So I have so this week actually has been pretty crappy for me. I've been in contact with the state. I've had to deal with the grief of leaving all these wonderful people. I wrote them a letter. this is how emotionally involved I was with these people and their care. I wrote them a letter explaining them why I was quitting, and it's just been awful. So pretty much between since Monday, I've been experiencing some pretty bad depression that has kept me at home and out of school for, Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday is like, man, I just got to fucking get my crap together and get back into school and do this shit. And it was rough. It was rough. I know that for those of you who experience depression and all those, all those symptoms, you understand where I'm coming from, where it's just physically, it's absolutely impossible to get your crap out of bed and get dressed and walk out the door. And I was completely experiencing that. And on a certain level, I love my room, although it's really messy right now, and my bed is usually not made when I make these damn videos. But this is really my sanctuary. This is my private area. It's my studio. It's my yoga whatever, my yoga workout place. It's the place where I sleep and I dream and I hang out and chill, and it's the space where I'm absolutely the most creative. So, and I love being here. Especially when I have shit go down like what I've been experiencing, it makes me, hate, I already have a problem with hating people. I don't generally. I've worked in the customer service industry for over 20 years. I was doing that while I was doing niteflirt at the same time. No big deal. Everybody has their thing. But for me, I've really seen a lot of ugly in a lot of people. And I don't have to see a person face to face to know that they're pieces of shit. So it's this innate ability to be able to read somebody over the phone. It's a gift that I have, and it's helped me in a lot of situations, especially when I was working as a fraud investigator for 2 large companies, which I'm very proud to be a part of. That was another thing that I truly enjoyed, is taking down those people that just love fucking other people over. I'm the type of person who really enjoys just giving it to the motherfuckers who think that they can, just mow over people who are not able to do anything, who are just absolutely helpless. And really, this situation this last week has been pretty much about that. There's, at least 24 people that I've been caring for, at a certain level. And, just watching this shit go down has been super stressing me out, on top of school and all of the, just all of these projects that I'm having going on. And I'm late for, like I'm supposed to, in my my drawing class. I have just 3 sketches of, of a full skeleton with all these marks being made, and all these marks labeled, the bones and all these points where every artist should know on the body, when they're composing the body of another human being. So, I have to know those points in the body now. I'm also supposed to create a zine. And my story idea is really super complicated, and it's my first zine ever, and it's also the first project that I've incorporated all of my drawing skills into this one book, and I'm behind in that. So everything's pretty much due on Monday. I have the whole entire weekend to try to get caught up on everything. Plus, I have a midterm that I'm supposed to be taking by the 6th or the 8th, probably by the 6th. By the 6th. So anyway, so I've got a lot of stressors going on. I got a lot of stressors that have been happening from this whole situation I'm in, plus school. But I think my biggest relief right now is that now that I don't have to be at this place and spend the whole entire weekend there. Basically I was living at this assisted living facility for the weekend, and it was just, I was never here. I was always there, and it's like from 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and I didn't mind the long hours. It was very challenging. I didn't mind the work. I dropped like 20 pounds. It was wonderful. That part was awesome, you know, but the fact that, you know, people that I become, that I just very much love, you just see that their quality of care is real shit. And there's, you know, there's, I don't know, it's just not something that I can do or be around or be a part of. So, you know, there's all that having to deal with everything like that. So, you know, that is an ongoing situation, although I terminated my employment on Tuesday. There's, you know, just because I'm seeing these things doesn't mean I'm just gonna walk up and get up and walk away. That's never gonna happen, and anybody that knows me knows that I'm not gonna do that either. So I thought it was really interesting that my partner was, you know, had become incredibly concerned about my safety and and had warned me about, you know, not going to certain areas in the building, you know, and was generally fearful for my well-being and my safety. And that's when I kind of realized, you know, this is really not the position that I really need to be in. I need to utilize my skills elsewhere, but still, you know, help these people and get them the quality of care that they need and deserve. So, you know, that's still ongoing. So we shall see how everything turns out in that way. But anyway, so Friday mailbag. You know, really not much in the mailbag today. Although I did think about doing something called bad BDSM, where I take clips of things that I see like on Twitter, because this is where I'm seeing most of this shit is on Twitter, of these little clips of people that have really terrible BDSM technique. I mean, it looks brutal, you know, when you're like, oh wow, that's, you know, and of course, you know, somebody gets like tons and tons of hits from it, but technically it's terrible, fucking terrible. So far, I have seen this whipping scene that is absolutely fucking ridiculous. This lady is literally like, I'm like, and she's using this 6-foot bullwhip. You know, what the fuck? I've seen this guy use some sort of ball thing, you know, and he's like bouncing it on the long part of the leg, and I'm like, wow, man, you're just gonna cause all sorts of fucking shit. I've seen a really terrible branding in a really bad spot, you know, and it's hard to get brandings right, you know, and there's so many things that can go wrong with them, and it was just, man, I felt sorry for the girl. It was just fucking horrible. So, you know, I'm really thinking about getting together all that stuff. Of course, I'm going to get a lot of hate from the BDSM community because, you know, how dare I call somebody out on their bad shit? Everybody fucking does it. Get over it. Anyway, so this is my Friday mailbag. Please, if you have any comments, feel free to comment below. Subscribe if you like my shit. Oh, that's the other thing. Contact me on Twitter. My Twitter is, my adult Twitter is @Freudian_miss. But I actually got my old Twitter account back, @Miss Payne, MSPAYNE. And this is the deal on that. It was like so fucked up. 2 years ago, I had lost my, I don't know, something fucked up happened, and I sent a password reset to Twitter to get, you know, somehow I got locked out of my account, so I sent a password reset, and for whatever reason, the email never received, it never came into my, my inbox through Gmail. So I kept sending it and sending it and sending it. I couldn't get in, couldn't get in. Contacted Twitter. Twitter would never respond to me. What the fuck? And so I had another similar issue. So I thought, well, maybe they locked me out because I'm posting too much porn. Ah. But, you know, the account was still active. It was still there. It wasn't suspended, you know. So I don't know. I created another one at Freudian_mess. I started using that one. Got a ton of got a ton of followers on there, and you know, use that mostly for my. I've been using that mostly for my adult work, and then have been transitioning it to the, you know, to my art. But you know, it's like, man, this kind of sucks. Since I've got a lot of adult followers on this account. Nobody, you know, is really interested in my art on here, I guess. I don't know. But, oh, kitty, come here. This is my cat, Shmee. Shmee, say hi to everybody. Oh, she's so precious. So anyway, so I will be using my, at Miss Payne, Twitter account for all of my art stuff, and then we'll just use the Freudian Miss Twitter for my adult stuff, my adult content. So that'll be fine. I'm very happy. I'm really happy. Oh yeah, this is what happened. So 2 years flew by, and I'm like, what the fuck? I had another issue with something else, and then figured out, oh, I think it was with Coinbase or something like that. But I ended up having to root around through my spam and trash boxes, you know, trying to search for this email, and finally got everything all resolved. And then last night, I kind of had the same idea. I just, you know, on the off chance, I went back to my Twitter account, or, you know, pulled it up through the internet, and it's still there. I'm like, well, Twitter hasn't suspended it. So I went through the process again, asked them to send me a recent email, and then this time I was just like looking and looking and looking and waiting for this reset email. And then what do you know? Shows up in my trash. You know, with Gmail, they only have that stuff in there for so long, and then everything, you know, gets deleted. And so that Twitter reset email just went straight to my trash. So no wonder I didn't. No wonder I couldn't get it. So I got it out of the trash, got my password set up, and bam, I'm back on as Miss Payne. So I've had this Twitter account for 10 years now. Yeah, 10 years, since 2008. And I'm really happy to have it back. So, you know, if you're definitely follow me there. If you're wanting to know more about my art, continue to follow me at Freudian_mess if you want to check out my adult work. And of course, subscribe. Hit the like button, add to your whatever list. And I will see you next Friday.